Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue, I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me. Talk from a stick that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way. Only come out with a pay till I say. Urge you wanna be, don't gotta whip it. Rag on no petty. Look, I talk with that on your hip. If you ain't gon' rip it up, pop it. Empty the like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. On these we not equivalent. Really bad, looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a lack, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. No, ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad, stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like it. I see no biggie. Call me Hillary, stay at the bank. Making moves like I'm hot in the shank. I'm low key, but I pop out in blank. This bun on my knife, stop trying to look. We do not cover me. Fake, I can't keep no company. Only the real respect my honest. So watch how you coming if you're under me. I'm with it in Rex involved. All they text and calls. Run me that, making no sense at all. They bounce like a basketball. Your boo never coming back. This go stupid, go dumb. Told that boy you gotta pay for some. I sit on the throne, you they taking none. You bragging on past, I make for fun. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a lack, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. No, ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm bad, stop it, cause it ain't no acting it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like I see no biggie. I ain't keeping up with what you saying on the internet. I ain't keeping up with the news. When I get that daily paper, stop playing me. Pap.
I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm painting. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Yellow offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. This is Aaron Jones, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And some room to work. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in Week 3 and then Chicago in Week 5.
On play action, Rodgers.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
To throw is Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Cousins.
And this one too low.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down, here's the run with Cook. A gain of 3, second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 27, Cousins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Cousins now. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
It's now 4th down and 1.
They'll run for it. Cook. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. Touchdown! Adam Thielen with career touchdown number 60. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Following the interception, Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2 seconds to go, first quarter. On 2nd and 10, Cousins. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Dobbs made the day 3 of the draft, and Green Bay loves the dimension he brings to their group of receivers, and that's speed. The head coach really wanted someone who could take the top off of the defense in the draft, and they got it in Romeo Dobbs out of Nevada. You can easily see him getting steadily more and more targets as the weeks go on.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 63 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 22 yards there, a first down.
I like the boldness of that play call from the offensive coordinator because he wasn't daunted even by the double coverage. He expected to draw it to the tight end. The result, a huge gain and a major shout of confidence for everyone on the offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
Yeah, they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Cousins now to throw on first down. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
They'll run with Cook. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. They try again with Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal.
They'll run for it with Cook. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw.
A check down here to Jones.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple...
Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Jones. He juked him, and he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Both feet in, 1st down. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Jet sweep, Dobbs.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Dillon. will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Well, it took them a little while, but they are on the board here in this third quarter, and now with a chance to tie this up.
And it gives them a chance to exhale just a little bit, right? Because most of the time, if your first points come in the second half, you're often hopelessly out of the game, but not in this case. Now they have something to build on and a chance to mount a comeback.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 43. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Room here to run. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They run again on first down. Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
60 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
Now it's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
DJ Waddle got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And a spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw, Cousins.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing is Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Cousins on 4th down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On second down, Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook,
already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it's now 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Running right, Jones. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
on 2nd and 13. Rodgers, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Nwangwu now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts to realize opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Madison running left, and he'll be taken down at the 34.
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the pistol, they run it with Cook.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 174 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Dalvin Cook with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Vikings have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to get their next drive underway.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but We know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On play action, now Rodgers. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making them pay for it.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's complete to Cobb. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw
to Dobbs, and he hauls it in.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Rodgers to throw once more. Man open, here is Jones. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point try now for Crosby. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. That would give to Madison. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1, and to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's probably all in the one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Minnesota, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.